Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to JLC TV with me, Jack Walsh, and today with our Monday edition. And if you're just joining the channel and you're new to us, who are we? What do we do? Well, in short, we are a distribution company based here in the UK. We distribute everything from IT peripherals, so all of your casing, all of your accessories for your smart devices. We do laptop stands, we do privacy screens, privacy filters, privacy tempered glass. We do cables, also all of your Ethernet, all of your display ports, all your cable, your charging cables or charging solutions. We do it all here under this roof here at JLC Distribution, and we've been going for 14 years. And what do I do here? I do a lot of things, but predominantly it's I'm account director, so I look after a lot of resellers here in the UK and in the Netherlands and in Europe as well, and other places in Europe. Also look after new business as well. So new business could be all verticals of new business. Either new business, new customers. I feel like I'm the storyteller here. I've been around for some time, so I can tell the story to the customer. I can tell them about the wins that we've had previously, why it's best to have JLC in your corner versus not have JLC in your corner. So I can tell you that win. I can then I can pitch that. Also as well, I like to look at new products that are coming in the market. We get a lot of new products being thrown at us from other vendors all the time. So it's sieving through that and finding the time to find out what's working. With us, we're not a massive entity, but because of our size, it allows us to be a lot more agile than most distributors. So we can really pick who we want to distribute and who aligns with our goals. Our goal being to be the go-to for IT accessories in the IT channel as well, and the attachment piece as well. So any smart device that is sold, we add our JLC attached to it as well. So for example, a nice little laptop here. Let's say an end user goes out to 3 IT resellers. Let's say this end user's public sector. We're in that time now, certainly Q1, where we're seeing a lot of that budget spend at the moment. It's going to be a race to the bottom. So 1,000 laptops. Maybe they could get really, maybe you could get quite creative with it. We encourage our resellers to do this, so they could be, so they could offer another laptop that meets the spec, and they would add in an adapter. Or maybe everyone's offering the same laptop, but where you can stand out is perhaps you can drop the price of the laptop to a point where it's just above cost, but you can make your money on the accessories. So, it's all about being creative and adding that attachment, adding that value, creating your piece, your tailored piece of work entirely exclusive to you. Otherwise, you're just, it's a race to the bottom. So sometimes you can be determined or you can win depending on what you attach with that product. So yeah, we get creative with it, and that's kind of why I am where I am. I'm head of new business, so I like to get creative with the approach. So that's what I do here, and this is what we do in a nutshell. But today, I wanted to go over some of the bits, right? Some of the useful tools that I have picked up during, I've just been implementing them this year, to be honest. I feel like I should have been doing it a long time ago, but look, we're always learning. I don't claim to know everything that there is to know. I'm still on that journey, but perhaps some of the things that I shared today, you might find useful as well, depending on whatever you're doing. It's whether it could be a sales role or it could be anything. But first off, let me go into it. So ChatGPT, right? There's so many AI programs out there. So you've got Copilot, or ChatGPT, DeepSeek as well. You've got plenty of options to go on to. But I think a lot of the rhetoric, a lot of the fear surrounding this is, are they going to take our jobs to an extent? My short answer is I don't think so. For example, great explanation. So once upon a time, right, the majority of humans were all farmers. We were all farmers to some extent. And when we commercialized farming, when we made it into a much easier job, so the majority of people didn't need to do it, everyone was worrying then, like, well, what are they going to do? Like, what are we going to do? But we found other jobs. There's always something there. This could be the end, but I don't think so. I don't think this isn't going to be that. I don't think it's going to be us. I think AI is a powerful tool we need to be utilizing. And I got a feeling, and I'm still learning as well, but I've got a feeling that AI is going to be, the moment where were you when they introduced the computer, for example? I expect people were like, no, I don't want to get into computers. Don't want one, don't need one. I think this is going to be this with AI. And I think there's a lot of buzzwords and a lot of a lot of like smokescreen, a lot of things that people don't truly understand about AI. I think that we're still yet to learn. But for me anyway, I've been using AI, I've been trying to learn about it a lot more. And I've been watching YouTube videos, I've been learning Copilot. I use something called Copy AI as well, which is great. And bearing in mind, this isn't trying just to come up with things that I don't already know. It's just to try and harness what I know. For example, I know some of, let's say I could probably list off 10 new business customers that I would want to work with. So I could then, so in my head, right, as head of new business, I've always got customers that I'd want to work towards, right? I'm always working to try and opening them that dialogue at least, or go to a meeting, or always at a next stage. So you can use AI to do a lot of your research on these companies for you. You know what you, like for example, me as a 10-year sort of seasoned salesperson in this IT game, I know what I need to ask ChatGPT in order for me to find out the perfect information, so I can then approach that customer, so I can tailor a new business approach. It's all there ready for you, waiting. So with AI, it basically it shortcuts what would have been a 1 to 2 hour, maybe even 3, on proposals, getting the right information, doing all your research on the companies, finding out who the competitors are, maybe that they won certain tenders last week or like last year, loads of things like that. And it puts it into a nice little digestible package ready for you to then pick apart and use those points. So when you come to that approach, when you pick up that phone or you drop that cold email, you've got this information as well. Which brings us on to number two. Number two, I would be using Google Alerts. So Google Alerts are great, right? And I'm sure there are other ones out there that you can use, but Google Alerts is brilliant because, for example, I've got my customers that I deal with. I know I've got I'm aware of lots of customers upstairs that the guys deal with. I do all of our current customers, I would put on Google Alerts, and I would be anything to do with that customer, it then alerts me. So like you go on Google Alerts, you put in your customer's name to say anything that comes up that's relevant in the news, notify me, because you never know. In this industry, because of the market's kind of slowed up a little bit, although you've got the top 4, top 5 that are doing very well in this industry, a lot of them have been doing a lot of acquisitions in the industry. That's just a way for businesses to stay on top, to purchase other businesses in that space. So we found it before where a lot of customers upstairs, they're buying one another. So it's good to have that information first if you don't know it. So it's a good way to stay on top of acquisitions. It's a good way, for example, one of my customers, they just hired 600 new sales staff, and as sales mentor and head of new business here at JLC, it's what I do. So I could call them up and be like, oh, I just noticed you've hired 600, like it'd be great to come in and have a chat with the guys. Our product is so easily taught, for example, how to sell. Certainly if you're new in your new business. Do you want to grab that one? I'll grab it.
Hang on.
Hello, Jack speaking. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to speak to her? That's great. Let me do that. What's your name? Jess. Okay, I'm going to pass you through. Okay. But bear with me 2 seconds. Right. How am I going to get this up to now?
We can just take it.
We can just take it out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Right then, always got to be ready. This is. I'm not sure where Kelly is actually, but it's fine. Right, so Google Alerts. Google Alerts is one I'd be using for sure, just to stay on top of the customers. Because as well, when you call customers, you want to bring back, you want to add value.
Hang on. They can grab that one.
Okay, cool. Yes, you want to be using value. You want to be adding value to your customer whenever you're calling. So Google Alerts. Google Alerts is a great one, all right? So it could be a decent win, and you never know. When you're calling up customers, it's always good to stay in front of them. And when you come with something like, oh, I heard you, just something valuable, something useful for them, rather than just calling up and just saying, oh, hey, how's it going? It's just a good way and just a good topic for you. And it just shows that you've got your finger on the pulse. You're dialed in, you're plugged in. You're always you're scanning, so you're always ready. So those are the ones that I'd be using, right? So AI definitely into all capacity. You've got Copilot, you've got ChatGPT, which is really good. EasyGen as well helps you create content if you're about that life. Canva as well. Canva's a really good one. So if you're posting on LinkedIn frequently, Canva's got a really good template, and it's got an AI model within Canva where you can just explain what you're looking to achieve from Canva, and it will point you into the right direction.
1 second. Okay, back on.
Back on. So I would be, so Canva has a feature where if you don't know what you're looking, because Canva, for example, like me, some complete novice, it can be quite daunting sometimes trying to create something or edit something or use one of those features. So it's got an AI feature where you just explain what you're looking to achieve, and it will just direct you to that best application, which is so handy. It's like in your head, what you want to do, which is the hardest thing that's done, right? It's you've got what looks good, and you just explain to Canva what you need doing, and it will point you to the right program, or it might even do it for you, depending on what you need. So Canva's a great one if you're creating content. And it brings to my last one, actually, posting on LinkedIn. Posting on LinkedIn is such a valuable tool. Certainly if you're within the IT realm, right? If you're in the IT space, our customers are IT resellers, so they're all over LinkedIn all the time. If I was in recruitment, I would be all on LinkedIn, probably more than I am now, because LinkedIn is a recruiter's playground. So I'd be posting on LinkedIn, I'd be using AI to leverage and create time and save time for myself. I'd be using Google Alerts or something similar where you can preset your customer's name, so anything that's reported on them, it comes to you. I've been using EasyGen as well. EasyGen is a good tool for viral posts as well. And I would just stay vigilant and keep going, because this is a journey and we're all learning. And until I just think there's always things to learn out there, and certainly in tech and certainly in sales, you can always finesse your craft. Just have people that you look to and that you can call on for inspiration. And just keep going, keep selling. But until then, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. But join us here at Wednesday, where I'll be joined with the operations director Luke, and we're gonna go in what it takes to keep this ship afloat. But until then, guys, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you then.